Welcome in to the WTIM information stations. Tim Zalback here. It's time now for the WTIM morning show. Thank you so much to our live stream sponsors, People's Bank and Trust and Landmark of Taylorville. Now, we talked about it earlier. We got Taylorville Chief Wheeler in the office with us now. How are you today, Chief Wheeler?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing really well. Thank you so much for being in with us today. You filled the spot, kind of a last minute thing, but we always appreciate you being in here with us. And we got plenty of things to talk about today.
Sure.
Community action team. We've been hearing about that around here. How's the community action team been?
Oh, it's doing well. You know, we're, like I said before, we're up 300% in drug arrests. We're doing a lot of things. We have a lot of investigations going on right now with the team, and you know, all these towns around that are involved with the team. Just like, for example, Assumption, we're helping them on something right now, and it's doing well. So. Yeah, it's great to, mentor these young guys, how to, to do drug stuff. I come from Cook County, which is a different animal than Christian County, but I like to teach them, how to write search warrants and overhears and things like that. And that way, when I move on, I can leave my legacy of to the young guys, and they can go ahead and keep it going. So, that's what. That's my goal, and that's what I got mentors, and I'm mentoring them now. So
that's really awesome.
Yeah, I'm
happy.
happy.
It must be very fulfilling to be able to pass on your knowledge.
It is. I went back to school. I'm getting my doctorate degree in criminal justice right now. So, so I got my future plan. Kind of, God's got a plan for all of us, and we'll see what happens.
Really awesome. Congratulations to you going back in that doctorate. That's really awesome.
Yeah, it's tough, I tell you. I mean, I work long hours here, and I'm to clean the streets up, and then get home, and then I got the professors on me because my assignment's always late, but I'm passing, so that's okay.
You're passing, and you got a good excuse for a late paper every now and then.
Well, you know what? There a lot of them are cops, so they understand that I might get called out, or I'm working. An investigation because I'm a hands-on chief, so it's not like I sit in the office till 8 to 4 and leave. So it's different.
Always on call over there, and you're still on the clock when you get home. You got to do class. That's really great. You're going back and do that. That's awesome. And let's move on to the emergency response team. It's different from the community action team. There's some tryouts for this emergency response.
Yeah, they are. Sergeant Allworth, Lieutenant Toberman is the commander of the team. Sergeant Allworth, he is also he's a supervisor team, and so we have tryouts coming up, and they're tough. It's if you think the state test is tough to be a police officer, he made this test tough. So we'll see who passes. We just got done doing our annual physical with the ERT team, and luckily everyone passed. And so if you don't pass the physical, you have to step off the team until you pass.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's we keep compliant with everything the state wants. So it's good, and it's a great team to have.
Of course. And you said that those testings might even be a little bit harder than state testings. What kind of things do they test on?
Oh, well, they it's the running and the shooting and the shooting is completely different than what you do when you're in the academy.
Oh, and right here, we're getting a weather report here. We're going to take a minute and let that play. We are back to the WTIM morning show. Thank you all so much for bearing with us there, and I hope you all received that heat advisory announcement there. Stay cool, stay hydrated out there. It's going to be hot for the next couple of days. But we're sitting down with Chief Wheeler. He's chief of police here in Taylorville. We were talking about the emergency response team and what they have to go through to get on this emergency response team. Those those testing might even be a little bit harder than the state tests. And when do you hope to have that emergency response team constructed, and what are they going to be doing out there? Are they on call for any emergency?
Oh yeah, they do all of our search warrants.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So going out for that, I mean, you must have the correct credentials and all of the correct testing done if you want to do it.
Right. Yeah. You have to go to school for it, and they train once a month, and the compliance is a key. We have to keep compliant, keep a good paper trail. So they're doing a great job. I mean, it's great. What's nice to have them is that every shift, that we have on in this city, there's always one or two guys that are on the team on the shift.
Wow.
So they're trained in case we have an active shooter, because we know if an active shooter happens, SWAT team's not showing up for an hour or two. Okay, who's going to take care of the threat? It's going to be patrol. So it's nice to have guys that really are trained and have the equipment already inside the vehicles, the nice weapons, the armory, and they got all their stuff on. They could put on and get in there and get it done.
So that's what we're talking about here. I mean, they are for the biggest of emergencies.
Well, yeah, right now if we have an active shooter, at GSI. I mean, I think we got two right now that are on that are trained. They got their equipment, they throw it on, they'll get in there and get it done.
Wow.
Take out the threat if they have to, or the guy surrenders, the girl surrenders. We never know today, but we're prepared.
That's great. That's great. And interesting to think of a SWAT team take a while for like an official SWAT team to get to our town. But
look what happened in Texas, 77 minutes. Come on.
Wow.
That's insane. These kids were bleeding to death while they're waiting for the team to be prepared. You can't, any of our guys will take a bullet for a child right now.
Don't doubt that at all. Don't doubt that at all. It's Taylorville police here work so diligently, and especially the emergency response team, everyone working together hard, because it's our community. It's their community as much as it is everyone else's, and they're keeping it safe here. That's really amazing. How's Safe Passage been? How the grants been over?
Oh, it's great. We did get awarded again. This is a third year, so we've been blessed with that. We've been so busy with Safe Passage. The money will run out sooner or later. And but we still get donations that come in, but I'll tell you, the Illinois Criminal Justice Information Authority, they just been fantastic with us. The grant's tough. I have to. There's a lot of paperwork involved with this grant, because if you look at it, as of June 30th of 2024. They'll be given Taylorville about $420,000.
Wow, that's huge. What is that going to be doing for them?
Well, I'll tell you. I mean, we just got awarded $157,000, so that money goes towards the coordinators and also other things, hotel rooms to keep people safe and to get them to treatment. So there's a lot of finances that goes into this program too. We did it without grants before, and when the grant runs out, if they have the money next year, they said they like our number, they love our numbers, and we're the only one in Central Illinois and Southern Illinois that got this grant. They only gave it out to 5 police departments, and we were one of them, because we show we've helped over 800 people since 2019, and we have a great team of people here that care for the ones that are struggling, like Judge Paisley. He gives furloughs out to ones that are struggling, and we go down to the jail and get them out of jail and take them to treatment. So it's just it's the best community policing tool I've ever seen.
That's amazing words there from you. Of course, you've been in the forces for a long time, and that's a really great thing to say about that program. And you think about where the money would go towards, and with Denise Evans and everything they do, the coverage of Safe Passage, from, like you said, a hotel room, keeping someone safe, to maybe a meal here, and paying, of course, Denise Evans and everything that goes along with Safe Passage. That money will be put to good use, because they're just involved in every single step.
They have nothing when they come in, and if we have to go to Walmart and get them some clothes for treatment, we will, and we'll drive them up there, and we'll make sure they're safe. If they're homeless, we'll put them in a hotel room, and we'll check on them during the night. And we got to, we want to take them that same day, but sometimes we can't. We have to wait. So, but we'll check on them through the night, make sure they're okay. And Debbie's great too. But I told Debbie never to do it again. She stayed the night one time with the one guy.
Wow.
And actually he lived in Springfield to make sure he didn't. I said, you can't do that. Too dangerous.
Just pure. She's the pure soul. And
but it's just her heart's so big,
yeah.
But we checked on her, and I said, let's don't do that no more.
Well, Denise Evans and everyone with Safe Passage doing everything they can, rehabilitating people really struggling with addiction, and that's just a great thing for the Taylorville Police Department. We're going to go ahead and take our first short little break here, sitting down with Taylorville Chief Police Dwayne Wheeler. We've had a great conversation so far, and there's a weather alert coming in, so we'll let that play out. You're listening to the WTIM Morning Show.
Your information station, WTIM.
Welcome back to the WTIM Information Station. You got Tim Zalabak here for the WTIM Morning Show. Thank you so much to our live stream sponsors, People's Bank and Trust and Landmark of Taylorville. I got Taylorville Police Chief Dwayne Wheeler in the office right now with us. It's been a great conversation so far. We're going to get right back into it. Kids are coming back to school soon. What do we got to be prepared for out here, Chief Wheeler?
We do. Well, also, it's Speed Awareness Day today.
Okay,
so
wow.
I'm warning everyone.
Watch your speed.
Watch your speed. And I'll give you a hint. Cherokee Street by the school, you got to slow it down.
You come to this station for the information, and now you got it. Okay.
Right. I'll give you a hint. Be careful on Cherokee Street.
Awesome.
Okay.
Now back to school for kids. As long as everyone's driving safe, what else does everyone have to be aware
Well,
of?
yeah, I just want the kids to know, the vapes. I'm telling you, it's bad for your health. We did a sting recently, and half of them failed. We're going to do more stings, and stop these shops. If you want to sell to kids, you're not going to be in Taylorville. Period. The mayor made that clear. You're done. So I'm getting still complaints from ones that did not pass. So I'm warning you now that your license would be pulled. So I want the kids to understand the vapes. No, stop it. Number two, these TikTok challenges, these social media challenges. They think it's a game that there's a shooter in the school or there's a bomber in the school. I mean, we had too many of those last year, and what happens? It takes too much of our time. It's not credible, but we have to make it. I mean, we have to check it out, make sure everyone leaves the school, and you'll be held. I'm telling you, they're held accountable. If you make a threat to a school that there's a shooter, they're going to be there at 1:00, and right on the bathroom wall, you're gonna go right to juvenile detention. Don't do it. Do not do it. I'm warning you. Last year we had a few too many, and this year I don't want to see one.
All right. Well, made it very clear there. Social media, especially TikTok, it gets away from kids very easily, especially now, and they think they're immune behind the screen. They're not, and it can follow them into the school, and it can create problems. And with the vapes, that's been an epidemic, for a couple of years now, and it's reached lower and lower into the age range, and it's pretty sickening there. So,
well, there's 4th, 5th graders that's happening. I mean, we take hundreds of vapes away. It's ridiculous. You don't know what's in them.
No, unbelievable. So it starts at the stores there that are selling it to them, and you guys have been doing the best to
we're
down.
going to shut them down.
Perfect.
That's for sure.
All right, Chief Wheeler, I really want to talk about the Safety Act. We got to talk to Jim Baker. He's Chief Deputy for Christian County Sheriff's Office, and I want to hear your take on the Safety Act and what it's going to change and what it means.
Well, we're going to adapt to it. I think the biggest thing is the legislators are talking about recidivism. That people are getting arrested and staying in jail and can't get out. Well, I understand that, but I think this we're going to be fine. As long as these frequent flyers, that we have right now that go into the jail and get out because the state's paying per day. Okay, they come right back in, right back out, right back in. You know what? We have a good team. We got a state's attorney and a judge that's not going to tolerate, you come into jail 3 or 4 times for stealing out of Walmart or burglarizing a house. You might get out the first time because of this new act. All right. Second time, you might not. And you're going to sit in jail. Okay. Cases are going to move faster because you don't want to go to, you're going to either plead guilty or innocent and go to trial. Your due process is not going to change. Everything's going to be fine with that. But they're trying everything they can not to get people in jail. Like, for example, in Champaign, that one legislator wanted to, legalize, controlled substances under 5 grams and under. 5 grams, and if you get 5 grams of fentanyl on you, how many people can that kill? I mean, that didn't go anywhere, and I don't see it going anywhere right now. 5 grams is not going to go anywhere. If it's personal use, you might that might happen in the near future. Then you got LaShawn Ford, who wants to do these safe houses where you can go to, basically a storefront and go inside and do your drugs in case you overdose. There's people there to help you, but they do have resources in there. But now, where are you going to put the storefront at, or where are you going to put this place at? Do you want it in your neighborhood? A lot of people don't. And I had a conversation with him. I didn't directly talk to him, but I gave him a letter that, what would it do to, real estate, on your block. And now also, what about the guy on a bicycle or a car driving to that location? And you get the police officer pulls him over with drugs in the car. There's so much you got to do.
Absolutely, Chief Wheeler. There's so much we could talk about with the Safety Act, but those are some big points right there. Thank you so much for coming on with us today.
Sure.
Absolutely. That's Chief Wheeler, Chief of Police for Taylorville. Thank you all so much for tuning in. This is the WTIM Morning Show.
I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. All eyes on the federal courthouse in Wilmington, Delaware at this hour. Hunter Biden is there. The president's son set to plead guilty to